Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Chill. Tonight's class will focus on opening up the hips. We'll do a few twists for the low back and also some neck work, so you'll get a full body opening. Let's begin in legs up the wall. Legs up the wall is an excellent way to start the decompression that your body craves. It helps reverse your blood flow and encourage lymphatic drainage, assisting in it just helps you with inflammation in your lower legs, especially if you suffer from varicose veins. So let's begin with legs up the wall, coming next to your wall. Recline back and spin so that your legs come up the wall. You can have a blanket under your head. Shift away or shift closer depending on your comfort level. Adjust your shoulders if they feel flat on the ground. Where you place your legs is up to you. Take a deep breath in. Audibly sigh it out. Spread your fingers wide apart and then relax your hands with your palms open in a gesture of surrender. Relax your brow, the space between your eyes, your cheeks, jaw, throat, and shoulders. Inhale deeply. Sigh it out. Your yoga mat is a place to meditate on your deepest connections. And as you reflect on the connections that hold you up, that lift you up, that elevate you, observe how just the consciousness, your mind's eye on those people or that entity, how it changes how you feel. Likewise, observe your connection to the earth as it cradles you. Inhaling the love, the support. Exhale a sense of release. For the last 3 to 5 breaths, place your hand on your belly, a hand on your heart. As you are supported and elevated by others, visualize the person that you are that web for, that elevating factor, that inspiration. And as you take in strength from your connections, use your exhalation to send that same strength, love, support to that person in your life who needs it tonight. Slowly come back to awareness. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, circle your hands and your feet. Walk your feet down the wall. With your feet flat on the wall, bring your feet as wide apart as they can come. Shift away from the wall until you feel like you're in a wide squat. So allow your inner thighs to open in a safe, supported way. Open your arms to a T. Hug yourself. Walk your fingertips closer to your spine. Give your chin a little tuck. Inhale, open your arms wide, spread your fingers apart. Exhale as you hug yourself, opposite arm on top. Walk your fingertips a little closer towards your spine. Inhale, open wide. Spread your fingers as far apart as possible. Press your feet into the floor or into the wall. Press your arms into the floor. Feel how strong you can be even just reclining here. Without moving your feet, press your feet down and your heels toward one another. See how the muscles in your legs turn on. You may feel your hamstrings begin to get warm. Tone your belly. Press your low back into the ground. Keep pressing your arms into the ground. And release. Nice work. Slide your feet toward one another. Setting up for bridge pose against the wall. If your head is on a pillow or on a blanket, remove the prop. Bring your palms down to your side. Your legs will be at a 90-degree angle, meaning your thighs will be parallel to the wall. Your shins will be parallel to the floor. Take a breath in, pelvic tilting. Arch your low back slightly, pressing your tailbone down to the ground. As you exhale, Press your low back into the ground. Your tailbone will naturally lift. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, arch your low back, tailbone drops. Exhale, tone your belly, press your low back into the ground. One more pelvic tilt, arching. And coming into flexion, lifting your tailbone, pressing your low back into the ground. Neutral spine. Press your feet firmly into the wall, tone your belly, lift your hips off the ground. Keep lifting, tuck your chin. Most of the weight will be on your shoulders. Bridge pose changes against the wall. It feels good. Slowly bring your spine down to the ground as if you're dropping a string of pearls all the way down. Adding your arms. Inhale, raise your arms overhead, palms facing one another. Spread your fingers wide, thumbs touch the ground behind you. As you exhale, bring your arms to the floor, next to your hips. Raise your hips off the ground. As you slowly lower your spine, lift your arms. As your spine comes down, thumbs come down to the ground above your head. Exhale, bring your arms down towards your hips. When your palms touch the ground, lift. Hold your bridge. Make your toes light, wiggle your toes. Engage your glutes. And slowly lower vertebra by vertebra. Hug your knees into your chest. Begin to circle your knees away. And when they come together, reverse the circle. If you add resistance with your hands, takes a little thought, it does change how knee circles work. Thinking about pressing the hands against the knees as the knees try to come out. And when the knees come toward one another, use your fingers on the inside of your knees to slow that work down. Couple more circles using the resistance technique if you wish. And hold on. Flex and point through your feet and ankles. Roll your ankles. Watch your toes create circles, opposite from one another. If your toes go in the same direction, see if they can go opposite. Both sets of toes go out and then come toward one another and then reverse. Observe if your circles are not quite circular. It's just an indication of your joint health in your ankle. Sometimes ankle muscles are weak and therefore you lose that full range of motion. Flex and point. You may feel some burning as you use your little muscles, your stabilizing muscles. And relax. Slide your hands behind your knees, open your legs up, bend your knees, happy baby. Flex both ankles. This looks like an upside down squat. Rock side to side. You can slide your hands up around your feet. If you've been active today, keep your eyes closed as you rock side to side. This sparks your proprioception. Proprioception is the foundation of your balance. It's how you stumble through the dark and avoid tripping, because you're aware of where your body is in space. Hug your knees in to your chest. Roll just to the left. And as you lie on your left side, extend your arms out, moving into some fetal twists. Raise your right arm, open your arms to a T. Your shoulder doesn't have to come down to the ground before you bring your arms back together again. In fetal twists, your upper body is opening to the ceiling as your arm comes down to the ground on the other side of your body. As you exhale, you close the book. We'll open and close a few more times. You may already notice that your entire arm and shoulder have touched the ground by now. Even if they don't, because of spinal tightness, that's A-okay. Stay open the next time your arms come to a T. Adjust your body so that your shoulders do touch the ground. You may take a pillow or blanket between your knees if that will help you relax in the twist. Place your left hand on top of your right thigh. Spread your right fingers open. Press your arm slightly into the ground. Turn your gaze to the right. Observe your belly breathing. Inhale. Let your belly lift and expand. As you exhale, roll to your side. If you have something between your knees, take it away. Hug your knees in, roll to your back. Rock side to side. And then drop your knees to the right. Place your blanket between or underneath your knees. As you roll to your right side, reach your arms forward in front of you. Just lifting the left arm up and to the other side of your mat or body. Opening and closing. This simple movement is deceiving in its simplicity. You're squeezing lymph nodes in your armpits as you move, in your belly, in your hip crease, which bolsters your immune system. Your digestive system gets added pressure, helping you detoxify and move waste through your body. Your spine is opening and closing. Bringing nutrients up to your brain. Open and stay open here in the twist. Wiggle your shoulder down toward the ground. Maybe turn your gaze to the left. Spread your left fingers apart. Press your arms slightly into the floor and then relax. Maybe placing right hand on top of left thigh. Slow down and deepen your breathing. Releasing from the twist, roll to your right side. Take away any prop you may have. slowly press up to all fours. Let's practice cat-cow. As you move to all fours, slide your hands right under your shoulders, knees and hips in alignment. Look at your knees, make sure they're hip distance apart. Press the floor away, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Look at your hands if you can. Press them down and apart. As you inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Think about pressing your palms down and toward your knees. Lift your tailbone a little higher. Use your mat as a tool. The friction will help you deepen the poses. Exhale into cat. Pressing your hands down and apart. Inhale to cow tilt. Lifting your tail, lifting your gaze, dragging your hands towards your knees. One more time. Neutral spine. Press your hips away from the screen. Press your hips back towards your heels and over to the other side of your mat. And reverse. Easy hip circles, helping to open up the sides of your hips. The next time your hips go back towards your heels, bring your toes together and walk your knees a little further apart. Press backward. Your body won't come all the way to child's pose quite yet. Use your palms to press down and forward like you're trying to press the mat away. Relax and notice how that changes your child's pose. Press down and forward. Body goes a little bit lower. Relax. And one more time. Press palms down. Press palms away. Maybe lower your forehead all the way to the floor. A wider child's pose. Just changing the target muscle group. Getting a little bit into your groin. Importantly, too, opening up the ankles and the shins, which are in constant flexion from walking. If your arms are extended, bring your hands close enough together so that your thumbs touch. Block out your elbows if you can. Press your body to one side, come center, and then reverse. Just keep going back and forth. You'll notice your body makes a very shallow U shape. You dip in the middle and then lift up slightly as you push your body out to the side. You can feel the muscles and body parts that are getting open from this activity. Stay in your child's pose for one more breath. And release. Very nice work. Continuing with the spinal opening, adding the shoulder. As you press your hips back from table, open your arm up. As you reach up, spread your hands wide, your fingers wide, and slowly wave down and up. Move to table and reverse. Press back, twist open, big wave. Observe that your arm is as straight as you can make it. Fingers are wide apart. That's where all of the magic happens. Press back, big wave open. Maybe your gaze follows your hand. Second side, second time. So when you have upper back tightness, it's not so easy to address. The T-spine, as it's known, the thoracic spine, does not like to open so much. So let's practice getting that area using thread the needle. Open, lift your arm out to the side and up. Press your standing hand into the ground, nice straight elbows. As you exhale, tuck your arm underneath your armpit. Ear hovers over the floor, and we'll come right back up. Inhale, open. Mindfully stretch for the ceiling. Press your straight arm backward. Exhale, thread the needle. It's harder than it looks because you're using stabilizing muscles in your shoulder blade, underneath your shoulder blade, to help that backward pressure. But that's scapular stabilization for you. One more time, this side. Can you stay open? Stretch your fingers apart. Press your standing hand into the ground. Straighten your elbow. Press your arm backward. Feel it shake. And release. Let's do second side together. Inhale, open. Spread your fingers apart. Lock out your elbow. As you exhale, thread the needle. Let your ear hover. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, open. Moving slowly is not necessarily easier. In fact, it takes more control. So often in vinyasa or a flow practice, it's very tempting to move quickly because then your big muscles can take over. When your big muscles take over, the little stabilizing muscles don't get a chance. So stay here, raise your arm up, press your standing hand into the ground, lock out both elbows, press your upper arm further back. Think about plugging your shoulder blade down into your spine. Spread your fingers further apart. Things may be shaking, you may be sweating, and release. You're saying to yourself, I thought this was chill. Cat-cow. Even chilled out people need to be strong. And I know you're strong because you're here, taking care of yourself. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Come to neutral spine. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Your down dog can be practiced on furniture or even against the wall. Maybe like your hands on your bolster. Once you have your down dog, walk your dog by bending one knee and then the other, pressing one heel down then the other. Walking a dog is essential for your foot health. It helps stretch your Achilles tendon and helps stave off plantar fasciitis. If you've ever had that, you never want it again. So keep coming to your down dog. Keep practicing your yoga. After a few times walking and shaking your head, make sure to spread your fingers apart and press your palms firmly into the ground. Hold your dog. Press palms down and try to tear the mat apart. Feel the muscles that work to hold you here. Relax that pressure. Do the same with your feet. Press feet down and apart. Notice. Relax. Changing. Press palms down and forward. See what happens. Relax from that pressure. Let's put things together now. Press your feet down and apart. Press palms down and press forward. Lift your tailbone a little bit more. Relax. Walk your hands backward with knees bent, forward fold. Hover here. Hold on to opposite elbows. Your arms need a break. Rock side to side. Slowly straighten your legs. Heel toe your feet toward one another. Stay dangling. Really good for your brain. But in your dangle, you can bend one knee and straighten one leg. You'll notice immediately a stretch in the outer thigh. And then switch. You'll notice your pelvis sort of tilts as you do this work, bending one knee and straightening one leg. Remember to shake your head, relax, and release your fingertips toward the ground. Shake your head again. Look between your legs. Changing your perspective is always good for you. Walk your hands up to your thighs. As you walk your hands up to your thighs, lift your chest, straighten your elbows, lift your tailbone. Balance here in a half lift. Look down at your toes. Press just the four down and lift your big toes. And then relax, place just the big toes down and lift the little ones up. This is something that you will practice in mobility class occasionally. All four down, big toes lift. Your toe health is so important for your balance. Big toes down, little ones lift. I know they're obstinate. Just work with them. Send them love. Little ones down, big up, big down, relax all 10. Your body's now ready for you to stand up. Your blood pressure is stabilized, so slowly come to standing. And turn to face the screen. Stepping your feet wide apart. Bring your toes out, heels in. Open your arms out to the side and up. A couple of side bends. Side bending to the right with your right arm down. Extend, lengthen through your side body. Find one more inch out of your fingertips. Bring your arms to a T as you straighten up. And then switch sides. So again, pressing through your foot. Feel the stretch all through your side, right out your fingertips. Lift your chin slightly. Open your arms to a T. Bend your knees. Flip your palms to face the screen. Press your arms backward. Slowly lift your arms up. Press back, lift up. Press back, lift up. If you've ever had shoulder injury, this might be difficult. That's okay. Touch your fingers above your head. With elbows bent, press back as you bring your elbows down towards your waist. Slow, slow, slow. Arms straighten. Straighten your legs. Give your legs a little break. Bend your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Press your arms back as you lift them up against an invisible glass wall. As you go slowly, notice what's going on in your shoulders. Does it feel difficult? It feels difficult for me. I know it must for you. This is rotator cuff work. Touch your fingertips above your head. With elbows bent, press backward against the glass wall. Drop your elbows down towards your waist. As your elbows straighten, let your legs straighten. And take a break. Bend your knees. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Drop your body slightly forward. Keep your elbows straight. Easy twist to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, center, tone your belly, and twist. Inhale, center, slowly coming up to standing. Practicing warrior 1 to the right. So bend your knee. Your back leg is nice and straight and strong, foot at a 45-degree angle. Open your arms to a T. Bring both hands behind your back. Straighten your spine. Gazing at the screen, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll your head to one direction. Tuck your chin and roll it to the opposite side. You'll know when you hit the part of your neck that really needs a couple of breaths. It depends on if you sleep on your side or your dominant arm, which side of your neck will be a little tighter. Tuck your chin, open your arms to a T. Bring your hand on your thigh, flip your back palm. Raise your arm up, overhead, side angle. Your standing arm can be locked out or bent slightly for more of a stretch. Open your arms to a T. Straighten your front leg. Squeeze your feet toward one another, but keep your toes light. Place your hand on your back thigh, flip your front palm. Raise your arm and create more of a side bend instead of a back bend. So belly faces forward, side bend. Nice work. Open your arms to a T. Turn your toes forward. Bring your hands into your back pocket, slide them back. Squeeze the floor between your feet. Gaze up. Squeeze your elbows together. A back bend here, a nice healthy back bend. Come up, roll your shoulders around. Let's practice eagle arms together. Open your arms to a T. Cross right arm and then left arm. Bend both. Look at your shorter hand, bring it toward you and cross again. If that's not working, hug yourself. Lower your elbows and then lift your elbows a couple times. Up and down motion. Getting into the muscles underneath the shoulders and between the shoulders. Once your elbows come down, open your arms to a T. Bring left arm in front, right arm stacks, bend, bring the short hand towards you and cross again. If that doesn't work, hug yourself. In your eagle arms, see how your shoulders feel tonight as you lift and lower. There's a muscle called the supraspinatus. It's underneath your shoulder blade, and when it's tight, it can cause a lot of problems for your neck and upper back. The next time your elbows come down, open your arms to a T. Turn your toes to the opposite side, warrior two. Make sure you can see your toenails. Straighten your spine. This time, flip your front palm up and flip your back palm up. So twisting your arms in opposite directions. And reverse. And reverse. I hope your brain could conceive of this motion. Sometimes it's hard when we're not in person. But what you're doing is you're twisting your upper arm bone, your humerus, deep in your shoulder socket. You're also building strength in your low body through your feet, not your toes. Remember, light toes. One more time of these easy arm twists. Warrior two. Bring your hand on your front thigh. Flip your back palm. Reach up and overhead. Your front elbow can bend if you'd like a little bit more depth. Slowly coming back through warrior two, touch your back thigh, straighten your front leg, straighten your spine, flip your front palm, raise your arm. A little side bend here. Opening back up to warrior two. Turn your toes to face forward. Hop or walk your feet together. Let's practice one more standing pose. You can use the wall or furniture for tree with eagle arms. So, setting up eagle arms, first side, open your arms to a T. Cross your right arm first, left arm on top. Bend and either hug yourself or recross. Here, you start to, keep your legs straight. Bend your right knee. Turn your right knee out. Slide your right foot in. Squeeze everything center, eagle arms, tree legs, maybe picturing what this is even about. Imagine an eagle's nest, high and airy, maybe in the Pacific Northwest in a giant sequoia. You are that. You are as strong and flexible and powerful as that tree. And as regal, especially with an eagle in it. Release, open your arms to a T, touch your hands above your head, stretch and reach, and building second side. Bring left arm across your body, stack your right arm on top. With your elbows nestled in, bend, take the short hand, bring it towards you. Maybe another crossing happens or you hug yourself. Bend your left knee. Turn your left knee out, straighten your spine, hug your foot to your ankle. If you're by a wall, use it by all means. Squeeze everything center. If you are using the wall, can you close your eyes for a brief moment? Or if you're standing here with tree, eagle arms, can you visualize what it feels like to be rooted and ethereal, just like a tree? Elements of earth and sky. And release. Open arms out and up. Touch and bring your palms together. Samastitihi. Beautiful work. So let's do a hip opener together. I will suggest either pigeon pose. For those who love pigeon, you are more than welcome to practice. Tonight, I will show you a variation of pigeon that I use at home. Very helpful. So come to a seat. And if you have knee or ankle issues, this is your way to open up your hip. I have a bolster. If you have your blanket or your pillow wrapped around your blanket, place it next to your left knee. Lean backward. Bring your feet onto your mat. And notice how my feet are wider than my body. Bring your knee down to the floor as your opposite knee windshield wipers out. And a couple more times. Pay attention to how far one knee comes down to the ground versus the opposite. The next time your knees drop to the left, come up to seated. Your heel is away from your knee. Your front knee is at about 90 degrees, back knee also. Taking your prop, walk your body forward. So you'll notice, I'll show you more of a side view. I've got my prop close enough where I can lean forward and still have a really neutral, easy stance with my back leg. So right away you'll feel the outer left hip start to stretch. And you can lower your body down even further if you'd like. If you find that the prop is superfluous, you can roll it away. Come all the way to the ground. So as you stay here, you can adjust your body closer to your foot if you'd like to go deeper into the pose. That shift towards your foot will certainly make a difference in how this feels. So you may want to have your prop back near you. Rest and allow your breath, gravity, and time to open up the outer hip rotators, the piriformis, and the glutes. One helpful breath pattern begins with a deep in breath, with a breath hold, and then an exhale that's almost twice as long as the inhale. And if your mind feels active, sometimes it's helpful to count how long it takes you to inhale and exhale. As you exhale, notice how your body melts further into the pose. Your muscles around your left hip joint relaxing, the connective tissue releasing. Brow, cheeks, jaw, throat, and shoulders relax. Take 2 more breaths. And slowly press up. You'll lean backward and start from the beginning with some easy windshield wipers. If you did practice pigeon, press back to downward facing dog and lift your left leg, bend your left knee, and make big knee circles with your leg. The next time your knees drop to the right, take your prop and set up for second side. So both sides will be different. Adjust your body so that you feel comfortable, maybe pressing your back knee further back so that the inner thigh can open. Start using the path of least resistance. And as you feel more comfortable, you can adjust things to your liking by omitting the prop, coming down to the ground, maybe shifting closer to your foot. Adjust your breathing. Inhale deeply. Add the breath hold. Exhale twice as long. Relax your brow, your jaw, your shoulders, and the tension that may be residing in your right hip. can check it by engaging your glute and then relaxing your glute. Take 3 more rounds of breath. Counting the length of your inhalation, adding the breath hold, exhaling for about twice as long. Slowly press up. Lean backward a few windshield wipers to get the synovial fluid and the blood flow back into your hip joint. It feels so good to take care of yourself, and I wonder if there's other ways that you can take care of yourself tonight. Maybe with your meditation practice, or just going outside and watching the trees, or the sky. Maybe drinking a glass of water with ice, enjoying that. When your knees come up, let's do a quick seated twist. Nothing's quick here. Slide your legs out, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten your spine. Turn your body toward the bent knee. Bring your hand behind your body to hold your body straight. Just a gentle twist, gaze over your shoulder. And reverse, straightening both legs, bending the opposite knee, straighten your spine, twist. Gaze over your shoulder. And release. So using your homemade bolster or whatever you have at hand for reclined butterfly. If this does not work for you because of your lack of a bolster, that's okay. You can come to reclined butterfly just on your mat. But if you have the pillow or a cushion, come to a seat, scooch the cushion right towards your tailbone, walk your hands backward, and then recline backward. You may at this point wish to roll a blanket or place a pillow underneath your head for additional support. Bring the soles of your feet together. Lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together, let your hands rest on the floor. If you are flat on the floor, Wiggle your shoulders around until they feel completely grounded. Press your feet together, lift your seat off the ground, and then rest your seat on the ground. Rock your head from side to side. Let your head rest. Open your jaw, stretch through your facial muscles. And relax fully. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Resting in Shavasana. You will hear my voice after a few moments, but you are always free to stay this way as long as you'd like. Slowly come back to awareness, pressing your feet against each other, your toes against one another, wiggling your fingers. Bring your knees together. Walk your feet apart as wide as your mat, constructive rest. Slide your palms toward you, just under your waist. Press your palms into the ground, helping you come to a seat. Coming to a comfortable seat, facing forward. Roll your shoulders and roll your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, gaze forward, gaze up. Tuck your chin and neutral gaze. Bring your palms together, rest your thumbs on your heart. In Anjali Mudra, may the love, light, kindness, and compassion that radiates all around you shine straight out through heart center. May you be a connection in someone's life that can be life-changing, and may you always remember how many connections lift you up throughout the day. Om Shanti, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate your time and your dedication to your wellness, your well-being. My name again is Becky, and this was Friday Night Shell.